and we're gonna try it. We're gonna cross our fingers and we're gonna pray, because I don't know why we always do this. Always on this farm, it always comes right down to the wire. Good morning, guys, and welcome to Pond Bank Farms. It is a crisp morning, making it just cold enough so we can haul some solid manure, and that is what we're gonna do. I was sick the last couple of days, so I didn't get anything done, so I'm still recovering. But let's get into it. We're gonna get some manure hauled. Dad's gonna take over for me in a bit, and I'm gonna have some breakfast then. So yeah, it froze. It got down to like -2 last night, so just kind of the perfect temperature to haul some manure. So Dad and I like to have competition, see who can fill the manure spreader up the fullest. Dad, I don't think you can beat this. I just don't think you can beat it. So the field we're hauling to is back here. It's a field that I actually sprayed that we are going to be putting corn in next year. And we had planted oats in there and taken it off for green feed. So that's where we're going to be hauling this manure. Generally, we try to haul the manure to any fields that are going to be getting corn in the next year, because excuse me, because corn takes a lot of nitrogen and manure provides a lot of nitrogen. It's an absolutely beautiful morning to be hauling manure. So we sprayed this with Roundup to kill all the weed and stuff. It's still kind of green now. I think it's working. I'm hoping by next spring this field will be browner than the Sahara Desert, but I guess we'll see. And then we'll come straight in, disc it, or first we'll haul manure on it, liquid manure, and then disc it and plant some corn into it. Well, good morning, guys. We're at it bright and early this morning. We want to get some manure hauled. We got about 3 hours to do that until Dad's got to go do a custom job. And hopefully we can finish up here at my place. Got a little bit of manure to haul. 3 hours should easily be able to do that. And then hopefully, I'm hoping we can get a little manure hauled at the dairy farm as well. There's not much left there, but a little bit. I'm gonna go start the loader tractor now. Okay, first load of the morning is full. We're gonna go haul it. So this tractor has a heated seat, which I normally don't use much, but on a chilly morning like this, it's kind of nice when the tractor's still a little bit cold, but you got a nice warm seat. I don't think I'm gonna bother using the inflation-deflation system on the tractor this morning. I kind of feel like when it's frozen, you don't really have to worry much about compaction, but if anyone out there knows, maybe you do. But I always assumed you don't have to worry as much about it. So it didn't freeze like that much last night, just enough. I think it got to like 0 -1. So it's just so froze, but it's perfect. I like it that way because then the spreader isn't as froze up and stuff. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is a load. I filled this one really full because we have a little bit left and I wanted to make sure we get it all in the next load. And then when we're done here, we're gonna head to the heifer barn at the main dairy, and there's a bit of manure there to haul. Okay, so this should be the last load that we have down here. This should all fit in there. And then we're gonna head over to the dairy farm, haul as much as we can before 9:30. And we also already did the calves this morning. Dad came down and did them for me. I helped him a little bit, but I let him finish so I could get as much manure hauled as possible. So we have a probable snowstorm predicted for this weekend. So starting Friday or Saturday with a foot, maybe more, of snowfall. So, and then the temperatures are dropping and winter is going to be in full swing. So we are, these last few days, going to be desperately trying to get everything last minute done. Okay, that'll be good enough. It's actually starting to rain. I don't know if it's freezing rain. It must almost be. So we're going to be careful on the road because we don't want an accident. Okay, we are at the heifer barn here now at the main dairy farm. I gotta go over and grab the loader tractor and we'll start working on this manure. Those wagons gotta get washed off. Those wagons gotta get washed off. All of our tractors gotta get washed off. Our combines gotta get washed off. Not sure if I'll have time for another load or not, so we'll hurry here and hope we can, but I'm not sure. So I am showing a lot of this manure hauling process because this is very likely our last field work of the year. It's actually kind of sad because I know when springtime comes, you just feel like you're just itching to get back in a tractor, and I know how that feels. So I'm trying to enjoy it because this is very likely the last field work of the year. With all the snow we're getting, I really don't see us being out again this year. So we're gonna step to it. We're gonna haul one more load and then we are done hauling manure, probably for the year of our manure. I'm gonna take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about our heifers and raising our own heifers. There was a time, I don't know if it's still a big craze, but there was a time about 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, I don't know exactly if it's still going on or if that is now kind of gone out the window with the prices of cattle being so high, where the big thing was, do not raise your own heifers. You can't afford to feed them. It's ridiculous to even try. You should sell them as calves. Don't try at all to raise them and then just buy in cows. We never liked that approach. Number one being because Jake, my brother, likes, and we all like good cows, and we like our own genetics to keep going, and that's the reason a lot of farmers would have raised their own heifers. But number two is we never completely bought into that. Is one person can sit down and pencil out what pays and what doesn't, and completely come up with a different outcome of what someone else pencils down. And there's things you figure, some people figure in, some people don't figure in. What does it cost to feed your cattle? For some people that will be more than other people. If you can grow your own crops, how some people, let's face it, some farmers can grow better crops than other farmers, and I don't know why that is. I'm still learning myself, and I know there's a lot of farmers that do a lot better than I do, but I'm trying to do the best I can. But the better crops you raise per acre, the cheaper you're feeding your cattle. There's a lot of factors. We always like growing our own heifers. We never bought into that. And now with the price of heifers being so high, I can't imagine trying to buy in cows, especially when you're a growing dairy farm. It doesn't make sense. And with that long spiel, it is now starting to rain. Anyway, this is the last load, and I guess all of this we will probably haul on next spring. Well, we're heading out of the field. So long. Bittersweet. Bittersweet. So in the background, we are stirring manure. We are gonna try a different strategy this time. We're gonna stir it all completely up before we pump it. I hope it pumps completely up. It is +1 right now. It is gonna be +1 for approximately 4 more hours. And then it is gonna go down to freezing, and it is gonna stay freezing for the next 10-day forecast that I can see out. This is the last chance we have to get this up. If this doesn't work and it stops pumping up, we're gonna have to figure out another solution to get more water in this tank fast. We have a little garden hose coming out, which we've been having come out all night, which is horrible for the pump. But anyway, it is what it is. We're just trying to get this up. So I'm gonna stir this around for a while, get it really agitated, and we're gonna try it. We're gonna cross our fingers and we're gonna pray, because I don't know why we always do this. Always on this farm, it always comes right down to the wire. And this isn't necessarily our fault. It isn't, but it's not something we can really plan for. We would have had it up a week and a half ago, but it's been a challenge. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. I think it's really just a combination of, we used bean straw for bedding and we didn't get much rain, and all the rain from that roof line, it all goes into that eave trough and it comes essentially into the pit. So when you don't get much rain, you really feel it, I guess. Wheat straw would break up a lot easier, but it is what it is. We'll get it one way or the other, I hope. We're just fueling up this because we're gonna fill the tractor up with fuel. It's pretty much empty. We already went through a whole fuel tank full. So we just fired up the sprayer tractor. As soon as the fuel is done going in this tractor, we're gonna take this tractor, we're gonna clean it out. We're still never cleaned it out from the Roundup that was in there. So we're gonna clean all that out, and we're gonna throw antifreeze in and get it winterized. Wow, 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 do you see what I see? It is snowing. Got the sprayer behind us, got it cleaned out. Antifreeze is on the back of the truck here. Let's hope we have enough. So I just put in RV antifreeze, which is good to -50. So I hope that's not an issue this year, because if that freezes, we got bigger issues. So we're just stirring it around right now and putting it through all the lines, and then we're gonna spray some out until we see blue coming out of the nozzles. No, pink. Forget what color it was now. Blue or pink. So we see blue or pink coming out of the nozzle, and then we'll know it's through everything. Okay, so it looks like that's come through. We're gonna start putting it through the nozzles now. Okay, let's hope we got enough in there. So there's just water coming out right now. We're almost empty. Oh boy. Oh boy, is it not gonna be enough? There we go, I'm seeing pink. See that? It came through. Here we go. Just so enough. Just so enough. Perfect. That is perfect. We are winterized for the year. Okay, as you can see behind me, the manure is coming up. Fingers crossed that we can get the whole pit up. So as you can see, the manure is still coming up. And we'll pray that the whole pit can come up. You can see right, whoa, whoa, my finger's huge. Right there. Anyway, I'm zoomed way in. This thing is winterized, so that's also a good feeling. What's next? Let's see here. We gotta get the furnace in the shop working. Okay, let's go see what the shop has in store for us. Before I go down there, I'm gonna wash this tractor off. Okay, I did not get it brushed. That's gonna have to be good enough. It is getting cold and my one hand completely pretty much lost feeling. So it's good enough. I gotta clean enough. Tractor should be okay up here. We're at the end of the heifer barn here. Parked it here for now and we'll grab it sometime. We gotta change all the oils on it and stuff, but clean it up a bit more inside. But first, we're gonna need to have a heated shop. So that is what I'm off to now. So you know how I said it feels like we wait till like the last day of the last hour of the last minute to get things done? I gotta say, the directors of this show do an extremely good job in writing the script. The manure is still pumping up, which is a good thing. The bottom tank is about half empty, a bit more, so I think we're in the clear. Okay, we are finishing the calves for the night.
I mean, this one is bird.
What's its name? Bird?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one came no name Gawky.
Doggy. Okay, so doggy, bird. Okay. So we have 4 calves here now. This one we bought from our neighbors. These 3 are ours. We're picking 2 more up from our neighbors Saturday. And this one here got a little bit of the scours and she isn't running a fever, but we are giving her electrolytes and she's doing a lot better than she was yesterday. And this one didn't quite drink right tonight. We're gonna check her temperature here. See, well, you can't see much, but we're gonna check her temperature and see how that fares out. This is the first calf we brought down. She's absolutely doing phenomenal. Okay, I'm in my shop here. I am done for the night. I got the furnace going and I didn't video anything because I was in a hurry to get done. It's getting late enough. I was ready to get in. So I got the furnace going. That is awesome. What is this? What is this? We got some snow last night and we are predicted to get a lot more this weekend. So it's still coming down and off and on. It's a lot heavier than this. It's like 12 o'clock now. I was just doing paperwork and stuff all morning. Did the calves. Not much to video with paperwork, but after lunch here we're gonna be working on, yesterday we got the shop heating, we got the furnace going. So we're gonna be getting tractors in there, changing oil, doing a bunch of work in there after lunch. But right now we're gonna have lunch and yeah, stay tuned. Excuse the messy truck, we gotta get it clean, but I got myself a Timmy's while I was in town at the bank. Okay, so a change of plans here. We are going into town, half an hour away. It's Owen Sound we're going to. We gotta change my phone plan. It is costing way too much. And I was on the phone with them for an hour and a half, and I am fed up with the current provider who I'm with, so we're just gonna be switching and redoing everything. Not sure if I'm gonna get a new phone or if I'm gonna use this phone. Well, you are officially in Ontario. So they call where we live like the snow belt. You go down like even 3/4 hours south of here and they don't get the snow we do. We are kind of right in an area that tends to get a lot of snow. Now granted, the last few winters We hadn't had it too bad. We did have a crazy storm around Christmas 2 years ago, but we generally get a good, decent amount of snowfall for sure. So we are on our way back from town, and it is really snowing out there. Canadian blizzard. We are in for a crazy 48 hours apparently. We are preparing for what the morning is gonna bring. Snow scraper time. We are not scraping snow now. We're gonna wait until the morning. They say it's supposed to be a crazy night. We're supposed to get a lot of snow. I guess we'll see. But if I think what's gonna happen is gonna happen, we're gonna need this in large amounts tomorrow. Okay, you ready to do some shop work? Okay, so we're gonna change oil on this tractor. It is exactly at 250 hours since the last oil change. That is when Massey recommends changing the oil on this specific model. And that's what we try to follow, is what they recommend. We use a certified oil. That's the name of the brand, is certified. I don't know if anyone knows anything about that or not, but we think it's pretty good. We used to use AMSOIL. That got too expensive. And we got into believing certified is also a good oil. What happened? Oh, the snow. Yeah. Well, we got the oil drop, but I went to get a filter, and I always check before, but I didn't this time. We do not have a filter for this tractor. Luckily, there's a guy, a friend of ours, that is a mechanic. We get most of our filters from him. He's coming by here tomorrow morning. He's gonna drop it off for us, so it just works out perfect. So we're gonna leave this for the night. That'll be it for the night. We're supposed to get a crazy amount of snow, but stay tuned for the next video for that, because that is gonna probably be crazy. And unfortunately, that is it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm glad you could tune along, and thanks for all the comments. Keep on commenting anything you see, you like, any questions you have, and go ahead and subscribe if you are a first-time viewer. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, see you in the next one.